All new at 9, St. Louis County taxpayers could be paying for the schemes of former St. Louis County Executive Steve Stenger for years to come. A new audit released this week says some of those crimes should have been detected and stopped. Elliot Davis talks with Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway in tonight's You Paid For It.
Former St. Louis County Executive Steve Stenger pled guilty in a pay-to-play scheme in May of 2019 and was later sentenced to 46 months in prison and a $250,000 fine. Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway's audit looks at the costliest abuses, including a deal to house St. Louis County government offices at the crossing at Northwest that was once Northwest Plaza, a deal that will cost taxpayers millions of dollars. The audit says the developers of the project had kicked in $237,000 to Stinger's campaign. Galloway says her audit is not centering on what was done, the feds did that, but rather on how the schemes might have been detected.
The Northwest Plaza deal, that turned out to be, from what you guys determined, that turned out to be a bad deal for taxpayers, or a questionable deal at the very least.
It is questionable. And then this is one, what I just spoke of, where the county council approved a 20-year lease that is going to cost taxpayers upwards of $67 million. And the county council did not do due diligence on this transaction before approving it at the council level.
According to the audit, Stenger sidestepped normal procedures to push the deal through. The audit says the head of the Department of Public Works suggested the county could have built a building for what it's paying for a 20-year lease, but that official says he was kept out of the loop by Stenger. Galloway says the county council missed warning signs.
Did not provide proper analysis or review the transaction before they approved it. Had they dug a little deeper and done some due diligence, there would have been a lot more scrutiny on that deal that now taxpayers are paying for.
The audit doesn't just level criticism at the county council, but says others are to blame too, including the county auditor, Mark Tucker, who you paid $85,000 a year.
You talked extensively about the county auditor. What did you find in terms of his role in, I guess, apparently not catching some of the Stenger excesses?
We found that the county auditor did not investigate many of the concerns that the county council had at the time and during Steve Stenger's administration. The county auditor did not complete audits that should have been or could have been completed.
The folk in the auditor's office did not have auditing experience when they were hired?
I reached County Auditor Mark Tucker earlier this week for comment. He told me on the phone, I do not intend on having a conversation about these issues. I think these issues are controversial. Some of the council members have called on him to step down. When I asked if he planned to do that, he answered, I think we have a lot of options on the table, but I want to make sure whatever happens is in the best interest of the county.
Really, the county auditor is supposed to provide a watchdog type role, an oversight type role, to independently review and look at concerns that come to the attention of the county council or others in government. And it's clear that that function was not happening properly because so many of these things could have been investigated, but were not.
I talked to St. Louis County Councilman Tim Fitch. He said the council has the power to get rid of the county auditor with a 2/3 vote. Of course, we'll keep you up on what happens to the county auditor in the wake of the report by Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway. Keep in mind, if you spot questionable government spending, just go to our website, fox2now.com, where you can leave your tips and tell me what you think. After all, you paid for it.